Ms Broad, the question, please. Sorry.
Thank you. My question is to the Minister for Regional Development. Big Four Bendigo Holiday Park at Morong was offered a $5,000 incentive just 6 years ago to convert to natural gas and connect all its holiday cabins to CNG, a project that's still in progress. They've spent $150,000 on the conversion to date and now face tens of thousands of dollars of additional cost to convert back to the closure of the local CNG network. Operator of the network, Solstice Energy, had a 20-year contract with the state government. Why did the Labor government agree to break the contract 10 years early, leaving customers like Big Four Bendigo in the lurch?
Minister.
Thank you, President, and I thank Ms Broad for her question. The scenario that she's put forward is different, but the topic is exactly the same as yesterday. And I think that impacted members were offered a briefing on Solstice and the decision to work with them to ensure that customers didn't face 50% increase on their gas bills because of the challenges of supplying CNG to those towns by truck. So I went through this in length yesterday. This is a decision that had to reverse basically a dud policy that was going to saddle these communities with unpayable bills because of how expensive the supplying of gas by truck was going to be. We took our time to work out the best solution. We were at pains to work out the best solution, and the best solution was to cancel the dud National Party policy and replace it with the ability for the company to be paying impacted customers cash for the ability for them to use it to transition using either bottled gas or flipping to electricity. Commercial arrangements will have bespoke transition support, and if Big Four aren't already speaking to Solstice about this, I'd be surprised if they're not. But through you, if you would want to provide me with any information that if they're not connected already, we can make sure that that happens, because those arrangements are open for discussion between commercial entities and the company.
Ms Broad with a supplementary question.
Thank you, Minister. Janelle and John Maynard run the Broken Willow restaurant in Nathalia. They spent $40,000 in the past year setting up their restaurant to use CNG, and with the closure of the network, they now face a minimum $20,000 bill to replace their appliances. Because their appliances are new, they won't be eligible for any government rebates to convert to electric, and their site has no room for LPG bottles. Given the shutdown of the CNG network is only occurring because the government has agreed to terminate a contract, will the government now ensure that John and Janelle and hundreds of others like them are not left out of pocket?
Minister.
The issue that we have, Ms Broad, is that this was effectively a dud program, would have been a white elephant, and we had to fix up the mess that we inherited. The cost to proceed with this. The cost to proceed with CNG. You should be apologising to them because you put them in this position. I have had to work to try and find the best solution for impacted communities.
Ms Terpstra, point of order.
I can't hear the Minister and her answer because of the constant barrage and unruly interjections that are coming from the other side. So I'd ask that the Minister be allowed to continue her answer in silence.
I'll uphold the point of order. I'll bring the chamber to order. Minister, to continue.
I think it would be timely to remind people of the quote from the Solstice CEO that I read in yesterday. This isn't about gas networks, energy policy or the energy transition. It's about shutting down a very expensive network. Shutting it down is the best option. I am certainly not saying that it's an ideal situation, but this is fixing a mess and it's the best way forward, and there is assistance available, and I encourage Big Four, in fact, trying to fix the problem. That's how long it took to try and work out whether we could come up with a solution to fix your problem. Trying to fix a problem, trying to get a best outcome.